and it is live. So I've been going on a campaign to build out a shopping cart solution. And this is my little notion of specification as a library. And I'm cranking out some automated tests. And I have my following automated tests for add food to cart, add beverage to cart, remove food from cart, remove beverage from cart. Yeah. And you can see some of the logic for my add food to cart is as follows. You you take a food that you want to browse, and that's going to interact with some service, maybe for some telemetry or whatever. And well, it's going to return, well, more than telemetry, but anyway, it's going to give you back some foods that you can actually check out and decide if you want to purchase or not. And from there, you can invoke the add operation, and that's going to take the first item in the foods list, or in this case, non-empty list. And if that add works out, because we want to record if someone actually put something in the cart or not, so that we can update or improve our user experience or way of getting that person to buy. If that's okay, then we say that our cart.products.head, aka first item, should equal some food. Okay. And la. That's pretty much it. It's the same thing with beverage. All right, beverages, browse, using some empty cart. You want to add the first item within your beverages list, which is a non-empty list. It's the same flow. You have an OK with the cart based on that add, and this is your updated cart. All right, and we do the same thing. Remove is you do an add, and then we want to perform if that's okay, if that's successful, adding a food item to our cart, and then we want to do a remove of that item from our cart. And hold up, Scott speaking. Hey, what's up, Herb? How are you? Yeah. So I'm busy. I don't know. I'm back into entrepreneur mode until sharpening my skills in parallel until I get my next assignment. No. I mean, I'm not like going on websites applying everywhere, but I mean, I'm open. I'm accepting phone calls and figuring out what the opportunity is. I definitely don't want to leave Miami Beach though. So it's either remote or I'm willing to travel to a client site in the Miami Fort Lauderdale area, but I don't want to leave Miami Beach unless it's like out of country. Okay. Okay. How far did you get? Mm, I used to live in the Philippines. recommend. I don't recommend it. I'm sure there may be a one or two unicorns in the Philippines or other countries like that, but I don't recommend it, man. my experience is that there are certain environments that foster certain behavior, and so there's environments that foster people that are just obedient to the system and they don't really collaborate. They literally, maybe that's where the term came from, code monkey, garbage in, garbage out. Whatever you tell them to do, they'll just do it, um, regardless of them making discoveries and learning that maybe that's not the best way business wise to handle it. But you wouldn't stakeholders wouldn't realize that until they got to that point of implementation. And so, like I said, I'm sure that there's some rock star. Well, it's the case in every deprived country, right? It's where where, for lack of a better term, where there's not a strong technical like entrepreneurship hub of people that of great minds and people really pushing each other and competing with each other. When there's not like a focus on quality, there's only a focus on coding. Then like you're just gonna, I think you're gonna end up paying money, not getting the results that you want, starting over with the time that you lost and the money that you lost, just to repeat the same thing with the same requirements. Yeah. Well, was he living in India or was he in like the UK or Canada? Okay. Yeah, so the consulting firm they assume that using Xamarin as a cross-platform technology to build out the mobile solution that that agency was looking for, they just assumed that that wouldn't be an issue. And then there was a big meeting, and in that meeting they went over a list of approved technologies, and Microsoft wasn't on that list for anything. And so they assumed, and they didn't really inquire of the government agency if the technologies that they thought would be acceptable, hence it's backed by Microsoft, if that would be an issue. So, I mean, I was frustrated too because I mean I quit a job to go there, and you know, life life happens to me more than others. Yeah, no, I was there for like a couple months, and I really enjoyed it because I was like an architect there. So I was, it was an opportunity for me to really do things how I envision it, because I have skin in the game, and I have learned from a lot of mistakes, a lot of design issues, and a lot of opportunities for improvement. So I was just going full throttle, and then the carpet got pulled from underneath me. Well, that's, I mean, it was a consulting firm. It was their client, which was a government agency that said, no, that's not going to work. We must, thou shall use, in this case, Flutter or React View or whatever it's called. So I don't have skill set in that. Yeah, React Native. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I love XAML. I love .NET development. I mean, I'm still hardcore F sharp, so that's my language of choice to crank things out. But while I'm in between assignments, I'm kind of like you now. Use my time until my next gig to try to crank out this proof of concept for like a Uber Eats app, except it's for the beach. So Essentially, people can order food or drinks, and it just gets delivered to them on the beach using a mobile app. So I don't know. This is day two, and I try to do like 2 days or 2 hours a day minimum for my daily quota.
Aren't you competing with Grubhub, Amazon, you name it, man? They must have like 4 or 5 of those services.
Yeah, for the beach though, I think they only deliver to like addresses.
Yeah, yeah. So Postmates. What's your advantage over those services?
I don't know. I don't use those services. I just assume that they don't deliver to the beach.
Oh no, they do, man. Yeah, look
Really?
at. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I order from
I
from Amazon restaurants not all the time, but at least once a month. I order from Postmates and from Grubhub.
never even
So
heard of
they
Postmates. And you order from the beach?
from the beach, man, from my apartment.
Well,
I'll go on the website and it'll say Grubhub, and then I'll go in and I can place an order and they'll deliver.
no, I'm talking
So,
about the beach. I'm talking about sand. Like you
okay.
with like your girl and your kid, and y'all
Oh,
chilling, and like they literally deliver to you.
no, this like anywhere on Miami Beach.
Nah, no.
Okay. Oh, you're talking. I thought you were talking about a dress on the beach. You're talking about the sand.
I'm talking about literally like the sand, the water, like they come out there.
Oh, that's niche, man.
Yeah,
That is niche.
and
Okay, so
you know, if I just want to get the proof of concept and run it through some hackathons
yeah.
and whatever goes from there. And you know, if you know if it does work out, then like just get acquired and just move on. You know,
So none of those services right now deliver to the beach, the actual sand.
I'm not aware of it, but like I don't really use any of those services. I've had girlfriends that use those services and they sent food to my house, like Instacart and stuff like that. But I've never really subscribed to it myself.
Actually, that kind of makes sense because if you're on the beach, you can't give these people an address, right? It's like, where are you?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And but with your service, I imagine you use GPS to pinpoint that person, right?
yeah,
Okay, not bad, man. I think that's a decent idea.
yeah,
I think it's decent. And you're going the salmon route, obviously, for the mobile app.
yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
And then yeah. So I mean, I don't know. This is what I'm going to
You,
do on my off time, and I'm also trying to
yeah.
dig into like Amazon for selling stuff, but that's going to be
You're still right there in Surfside.
yeah. I'm out here.
Okay, cool, man. How about your girl, man? How's your girl doing?
She's straight. She's good. She'll be over here this weekend.
Good, man. You guys still seeing each other from time to time?
Yeah, yeah, we're good.
Awesome, Scott.
Yeah,
Remember, man, she's got a friend, Lisa. Lisa's a big busy, man. Just give me a ring.
she got a lot of friends, but they're all in Toronto.
That's available.
I'm sure, but they're all in
No, no,
Toronto.
but no, but look, Scott. I'm the type of person where see men are easy compared to women, right? So the way I see it, it is like I'm not even gonna entertain flying to Toronto or even WhatsApping anybody. Now, what I will say is if she happens to be in Miami with her friend, with her girlfriend, then I will freaking gladly meet up with you guys.
Oh yeah,
But if it's not that, then I'm not freaking wasting time on the phone and all that shit.
yeah, yeah. That's not going to happen.
All
Um,
right, okay. Be
yeah,
safe, man.
yeah. It's yeah, that's not
Look,
going to happen.
no, no, Scott, listen, I got a friend of mine. He traveled to Brazil so many times, right? He finally found this chick. He was courting her for about a year. Probably spent, without exaggeration, over 10 grand between his flights. He flew over her over. She decided to stay. Come May, she's illegal. So he offered to pay for her school. He paid for her daughter to fly here for a few months. Her son, he paid for her son to come here. He asked her to marry him, and she's like, "Let me think about it." Come on, man.
Yeah, that's stuffed up.
Come on, Scott. Let me think about it. She's freaking illegal. He's giving her a big opportunity to do well in
Yeah, that's why I subscribe to MGTOW.
Look, I think the Arabs, I think they got something right, man. And like the Taliban, those guys, they say women need a male guardian for life. And they need permission. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to go out, you gotta ask the guardian. You want to drive? Let's think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's
well,
so many.
they control the government over here, so that's not going to happen.
I know, man. I know you're saying.
You forget they over there they probably can't vote. Here, like they literally dictate the votes. So
Man, it's getting out of freaking control. The local sees women are feminized. They want men to be feminine.
yep,
They don't want men to be men.
yep,
This is the society we're in right now. Like you can't say shit, you can't do shit. You know?
yep.
I forget that there was something about like some shit I heard about women and I forgot what it was, man. It was in the news lately. Some other guy with that freaking Me Too movement. They try to. I mean, R. Kelly. I know he did wrong. I know he's probably like guilty, that guy. But it's out of freaking control, man. It's out of freaking control. So
We all need to move to an Islamic state, and I'm sure we'll be happier over there.
I don't mind doing that, but it can't be as radical. The religion. I don't like the religion part of it.
Yeah, I don't want to get stoned because I'm agnostic.
There you go, man. That's it.
Yeah, we need to chop it up. We need to grab something to eat or drink, catch up.
You can do that, man. Let's not this weekend, maybe the following weekend.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah, because I unfortunately I don't work remotely. I do a little bit of remote on Friday, and that's about it. So I don't have the luxury anymore.
Do you plan on doing the WPF aspect of whatever your company needs?
I'm not doing any WPS. Somebody else. I didn't know you were looking for work because we just hired a guy about 6 weeks ago, and we were having a hard time finding WPF.
Yeah, I'm available. I mean, I quit my job like last Wednesday, so I'm available.
The project, we already have one person and they don't have a budget right now for more. And it's one of these projects where they needed 4 developers, they only hired 3, but the timeline remained the same.
Yeah.
So, and it's one of these things where I've been asking for more time, like more than 40 hours to get stuff done. And they told me that, well, they can't pay me for more than 40. And my answer is, well, then you're not going to get more than 40 hours from me. It's just the way it is.
Yeah. Miami's
You know what I
different.
mean? Yeah, man, I'm being a sucker. My rate is $90 an hour for 40 hours. That's what it is. The hours is no longer $90 an hour.
Yeah.
So that's where I stand. And I'm being freaking hard nosed with this recruiter. Hard nosed, man. Like he tried to come back with a contract that says I have to stay there until the project is complete. I'm like, no. This is an at-will contract, and I don't know what complete means. Unless I had a very thorough, detailed SOW that tells me what completion is. I don't have that document. So that's where they try to pull on me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's crazy. Well, let me know if people. Well, I don't know if I want to work there now. You don't disclose that they're kind of being stingy.
They're not hiring anymore. No, they have a freaking budget and they don't want to pay.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, so besides the WPF and Xamarin, what else would you say you're really good at? Just in case they get calls, I think they get calls all the time.
Application architecture, like actually setting up the foundation for the solution to evolve, right? Test automation, so like unit testing, property based testing. I said desktop, I said mobile, and like I said, I'm really into like F sharp, so it's applicable towards most things. But
Nobody down here does F sharp.
Yeah, that's why these are all bug factories. Y'all spend all y'all time patching bugs instead of like extending software because the code is accessible by default. It won't let you do like retarded things that C sharp or C plus plus would do. Um, but I get it. Like people don't move unless the whole industry moves, and it is what it is. But those are
Yes, well,
those.
you make the argument for what people still use Java versus Scala, right? You can
Uh,
make the same argument.
well, yeah. You can make it is the same argument. It's just we work in technology, but what's ironic is that technology is supposed to be a useful tool to advance or to make us more productive. And there's things that are clearly more productive than the way we're doing things, but because we're not willing to take out the time based on whatever constraints we have on our time, we continue, to put square rocks on cars versus round wheels, just because, well, we've always been comfortable with square rocks for the past 1,000 years. Why would we change? And so we're just not taking the time to discover that there's more effective ways of delivering higher quality software where the budget is not being consumed doing bug fixes. The budget is being consumed actually delivering more features. But no one's going to know that unless they do a paradigm shift.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, by the way, I'm actually getting home a little early today, and the freaking traffic is backed up on MacArthur all the way to downtown Miami, man. I'm telling you, it's bumper to bumper from downtown Miami to the beach.
Yeah, 395 is messed up.
Construction, man, is freaking nuts. Crazy, man. I'm not taking 95. I'm taking right here on, I take 836 East, and that brings me over to the Perfect Causeway. But I'm saying it's backed up all the way because of construction.
Yeah,
So, yeah, man, it's.
you have to get a motorcycle, man, so you get through all that traffic, split lanes.
No, not with your bike, man.
No, not with my bike. No, you need a two wheeler.
That's it, man. Now, yeah, I see these guys all the time. So, yeah, that's true, man. That's a book. That's a book, man. But I cherish my life, man. I don't want none of these highways.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
So,
All right, Scott. So yeah, let's see if we can do something this weekend.
all right, that sounds good. So I got your number. So we'll catch up. Thanks, sir.
Okay.
Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Later.
Yo, freaking beard's weird. Oh, live stream. Come here. Remove food. What was I doing? I don't know what I was doing. Come here. So I want to check out. Let's write a test to check out. Rouse. And so I say something like this, like test. And we want to test, Willis. And I'll say test. Come here. Yeah. And I'll say check out like that, and I'll do something like this and I'll blah, something like that. Now what? So I want to check out. Well, for me to check out, that's going to require me to add something to a cart. So I take this code right here and I add it to a cart, and I go over here and something like that over here and something like that. Yeah, come here. And what else? Well, Willis. I don't really like the way that looks. So, yeah, I don't like the. Come here. Take this over here. And up here, we just do something like that. Oh, shoot. What I just do? Hold up. All right. Forget it. No, I'm not going to forget it. Something like that. And, all right. So I want to do a checkout over here. And so in order to accomplish that, I have this cart, right? And so there should be like I didn't define a checkout yet. Come here. There's a browse, add, remove, So I need to have a checkout over here. All right. And so I'll go over here and I do let, and then what? Let checkouts. Yeah. And what is that going to implement? It's going to implement the checkouts function type. Yeah. Okay. And so then I say fine. And what? I think this is cart over here. And let's check out have. Is it just a cart? No, it's a non-empty cart. Okay, that's fine. So then what, Willis? Well, okay. So I say check out, and then I say, how does this work? This checkout is supposed to, if successful, is going to return a transaction, right? And so I say let transaction, which is going to be of type transaction, equals, and I think it's some record type, and there's going to be a transaction ID, a cart number, a whole bunch of stuff like that. Okay, so you can say something like, well, the transaction ID is going to be a not sure yet, transaction ID that is going to be determined. Okay. Okay. What else is there? Well, there's a cart that's not an empty cart, and that's what we have over here, a non-empty cart. So we should be able to say carts equals, and then we just say carts over here. Yeah. All right, what else? Well, there's a subtotal. Okay. Well, how are we going to do the subtotal? Well, okay, so your subtotal is going to be something like you take your cart and you run it through a get subtotal, I guess. Or you could just say lowercase subtotal. All right. You say what? Now that could be useful. That, my friend, is an operation that should be exposed. So see, that's our test API over here. Our shopping cart specification needs to be updated with a subtotal. Okay. So we'll do something like this, and we'll say type subtotal. And that subtotal is going to take a non-empty cart, which we already have right here. And the result is going to be a subtotal. Okay. Now what, Willis? Well, subtotal it's already defined. Okay. So what? Maybe you say subtotal function. I don't know. And I don't want to do the subtotal. F that. I don't want to do that. Can I just put subtotal like that? Maybe. Okay, fine. So I'll put a subtotal with an apostrophe at the end of it, and it takes a non-empty cart. And the result is going to be a subtotal if it's successful. All right, so now what, Willis? Well, okay. We have a cart and we run it through something called a subtotal. So we have this let subtotal, which is supposed to implement a subtotal with an apostrophe at the end, and we say that that is going to return a function that takes a cart. Okay, and how's that going to work? Well, you have a cart dot products. Okay, and we want to do what? We want to, I guess this is where we do the main building blocks in functional program is map, reduce, filter. So in this case, we want to do a map. No. We want to do a reduce. In F sharp, this reduce is called a, what is it called? What is it called? It's been so long. You're basically aggregating all this stuff. It's not called a sum. I have to figure it out. But non-empty, hold up for a second. I need to non-empty to list. Non-empty to list. And does it know what that is? Yeah, it does. Okay. And once I do the non-empty to list, then it's going to be a list dot, hold up, put that into a list dot, what is it called? It's not called reduce. In F sharp, it is a fold. I think it's a fold. And so with a fold, you're going to have like your accumulator and your state. Oh, shoot. With a fold, you're going to have your accumulator and state. So this says that, and so your accumulator is the state, and then you have the current item, right? So you have like this accumulator. Why do I keep hitting the wrong button? You have function that takes an accumulator. It also takes a, in this case, a product. Okay. And we basically want to say that our accumulator is going to be essentially equal to the current accumulator plus product dot, it's supposed to be product dot price. Right now, product is a, how's this working? It should be like product dot price, but this hasn't been established yet. So let's just remove this over here because we haven't said what the, I feel like it should be like 0.00. Shoot, I can't remember. How do you say decimal? This expression was expected to have type, result, subtotal. Yeah. I get that part. Okay, so we say let the results equal, and then you can push this over. And then over here, we can say that it's going to be a okay. And it's going to be a results. Subtotal is supposed to be a result if successful. Our result is a, why is this a bool? Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's going to be over here. We can say okay, and then say subtotal like that. And our subtotal is supposed to be of type decimal, but we're using a unit of measure. And so am I allowed to do something like that? No. Can I do that? And it's happy with that. Okay. Now what? Well, we have our subtotal. honestly, subtotal shouldn't, with the exception of telemetry, it doesn't need to do any IO. See, there's going to be pure functions in here, such as subtotal, add, and remove. And I don't think they should automatically be forced to do IO. But in a way, the argument is that you probably should do it because you want to know the actions that the user is doing, especially if you're interested in increasing your profit. Yeah. So, like, I think I should remove the result part and just have non-empty cart. And there will be a separate service that will subscribe to when this add occurs, when this remove occurs, when the subtotal occurs. Well, subtotal isn't really necessary, but when the add occurs and the remove occurs, it can listen into that, and then it could do the result. Okay. All right. Think about that later. For our checkout, we have our non-empty cart. What else is our transaction? We have this fees instead of list fees. So fees equals, and what? Well, it's not going to be anything right now. Right now, it's not going to be anything. And then you have this total, or you have tax. Tax is over here. And I don't know what tax is. Okay. And then you have your total. Total is going to be your cart.subtotal plus your tax, which we could say let tax amount equals 0.00m. So then we can have our tax amount down here. Need an architect. And something like that, maybe. So something like that is going to be our total. You take our cart, you run it through the subtotal function, then we have our tax amount like that. And that is going to be a okay transaction. All right. Now what? Tax is supposed to be a tax like that. And it is supposed to be decimal. So we can say US dollars. Okay. Now what? What else? That should be straight. Why are you talking? Why are you disagreeing with my tax amount? Because we need to stop all this. Go back over here, and your subtotal is it's just going to take a non-empty cart and return the subtotal. Like we're not going to do this anymore. It's a pure function. Do it one at a time. Okay. And your total, hold up. So that's your subtotal. Now your tax amount is USD. It says the type USD does not match the type subtotal. Okay. Oh yeah. So I want to get the value of subtotal. And so we can do something over here. We can say like let value from subtotal, and that's going to be a subtotal and then V, and then I just say that's going to equal V. So then the taxum, so then this is going to pipe into a value from subtotal. I don't know if that's supposed to be anything. And so now it says that the type total does not match decimal. Okay. And so then I guess I'm supposed to do a total over here. And if I do the total over here, everything appears to be happy. Now what? Well, that looks pretty funky. Can this be done differently? No, I'm leaving it. Okay. So now what? There's a couple things, right? Offer up value from subtotal. That can be in our domain, which we're not using. Control Shift A, source, and this is a file, so we just call this common. And this is our shopping carts dot domain. Okay. And the shopping cart domain is going to need to reference our core.abstractions and our specification. And so, yeah, that's subtotal, open up language. Yeah. So we can close that out. And our test API now is going to have test API is now going to have a dependency on our domain. Okay. And well, we need to import that domain. We need to do control dot open shopping cart. And I'm not sure if that's enough. It should be like open shopping cart dot domain. And hey, can I call you back in like 20 minutes?
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. And where am I at? And I don't know what this shopping cart over here is. Hello. shoppingcart.operations. I don't. Why do I need this? I don't think I need this. Yeah, I don't need it. All right. So now what? Mm, incomplete structure construct. Oh yeah, yeah. You, my friend, you're just gonna have to wait. There's some cleanup I want to do. All right. And what else? Uh, I could act like I'm cool, and I could like do something like this, and then just pipe that into a okay like that. I could act like I'm cool like that. That doesn't really look readable. That doesn't really look like I should do it like that. But maybe. All right. So what else? Control Shift B to build. And I got to write a test for subtotal and checkout. Copy that. And this would be subtotal. Okay. Go back. Now go back to my shopping cart specification. And yeah, you know what? Like, get rid of this, man. We're not going to need this right now. And get rid of that because we're not going to need this right now. And checkout is going to need that. Okay. Subtotal. That's fine. All right. Okay, Willis. What else? Okay. Is that it? Browse. Boom, boom. All right. So our shopping cart dot operations. Now we're going to say that we're going to have a module IO. Okay. Okay. And a module IO is going to entertain this browse and checkout. Okay. But everything else is fine. I think that's okay. Now that's going to change some things. Going to change some things. Push Shift B. My tests are going to be affected. My tests are going to be affected. So over here, we no longer need this okay. Big boys now. Okay. And this browse is now part of our shopping cart operations .io. Okay. And well, we don't need this anymore. We're big boys now. All right. So what's the issue with this? Well, that does need okay. All right, I'll take that back. And we don't need the remove anymore. We don't need that. Okay. There, we're big boys now. Okay. Now we go back to our test and things aren't looking too well. So what specifically is the issue? Our ad is going to have a non-empty cart. And so it should just be a how does this work? We add a cart. I'm not sure how I should do this. You're adding a product. The result is going to be an updated cart, or it's going to be a cart state, or it's going to be a non-empty cart. And then somehow you want to say that, yeah, this isn't going to work. You could say let cart equal, and then over here you can just say that cart dot products dot head should equal some food, like that. Okay. I don't really like that. Whatever. Go down here, and it's going to be the same thing. So instead of food, we call it beverages. And we say some beverage. Let me see something. Hold up. Go back up here. Yeah, let some cart. Go over here, and it's beverages, and then you have some beverage. That. And then over here, we have, it's the same thing. We have that cart, and this is dealing with food. That and this remove is going to have a state right there where we want to know if it's empty or whatever. Okay. Something like that. Makes me think that that's not even needed anymore, the cart. Get rid of this. Why isn't this working? Hold up. And uh-oh. All right, so I did need that, I think. And the same thing over here is for beverages, it's, I don't know where to put this. And delete that. Bring this back. Move is going to return back a state that we just want to see is this over here. Okay. And I think this is okay. This card thing is still bothering me. Because I feel like you add some empty car beverages. Hold up. Give me a second. We browse. Once we browse, we have a cart that we define up there. And then we say cart remove. Well, we add over here beverages.head. And then we say cart.remove. I should just say beverages.head. Like this. Which means that theoretically I should just be able to do something like this. I shouldn't even need the cart up here. And that should just be it. Let's see if there's something wrong with this. So it's the same thing over here. Like foods.head, remove that right there. I shouldn't need cart up here. Shouldn't need cart over here. And I should just be able to do that. And then back that up. And then back that up. And then that right there. Okay. Control Shift B. All right. So all that builds. And that looks a little bit cleaner. No, this part is still bothering me. I'm not going to trip on it though. If I go back to the subtotal over here, about this, we add, that's going to give me a cart state. No, that's going to give me a non-empty cart. And what about it? You just want to make sure that there's really nothing to test here. Oh, this is subtotal. So you want to do something like, this is not an empty cart, so then I want to call the subtotal right here. And I want to say that the subtotal should equal, oh shoot. What the fuck is everybody calling me? Should equal $1.99. The $1.99 D, but it's in US dollar. And more than likely, this is a subtotal. This is rocket science. Subtotal. Something like this. And what's wrong with this? should equal, can I do that? It says USD is not defined. Okay. Okay. Now, let me run this test. Oh, shoot. Let me run this test. What did I just do? Go back. Let me run this test, and this subtotal is probably going to fail. I can't. No, what the freak just happened? Let me run this test. Subtotal is probably going to fail. I think the price is $1.99 for both some beverage and some product, and it fails, and it says that the subtotal is 0. Expected it to be $1.99, but the subtotal was 0. And why is that? I added food.head. I did subtotal. So in the add over here, this stuff doesn't have to be in the test API anymore. This stuff can graduate or be promoted to our domain. So the domain is over here. Okay. And we can now back all this up like that. And whatever, go back, whatever it was using before, just use it again. And why is everybody calling me? Get rid of that. That's not needed. Okay. So we're solidifying this stuff. Okay. And over here, that's not needed anymore. Okay. And Control Shift B. Our subtotal still has issues though. So I want to figure out why. Well, something failed. Hold up. I need to open shopping cart dot domain. Control Shift B. And that probably is still going to fail. Okay. And so now I want to figure out why it fails. So the subtotal, I'm going to do that right here. It's a non-empty list. There's an accumulator over here. And I don't do anything with that accumulator, remember? Now this P is for product. So I'm going to do a P dot what? P dot price. Okay, but the thing is price it doesn't match with decimal. So I have an inner function in here said I don't have to have an inner function in here. I can say value from price here, value from price here. Okay. And this is going to be a price, and Yeah, why not? So then I have a accumulator plus, and then I'll just say value from price embedded in here. And Willis, I mean, I think that should just work, right? So then I just Control Shift B, and I'm almost positive this is going to be green, right? You should be green. If you're not green, then I'm a bad programmer. You gonna be green for me, baby? Yeah, you gonna be green for me. All right. So I got that down, and well, that was the subtotal. All right, that was a little bit of a workout, but we got some significant refactoring done, and well, here's a checkout over here. After after doing this test, I'm going to check out. So no pun intended. Um, so what about this? Well, checkout is probably going to have something like this in here. And well, we just want to check out, all right? And well, if we check out, then we're going to have some type of transaction that gets returned. So we pipe that into a function, in which we say that if it's an error, then we just immediately fail it, assert dot fail. However, if it is okay, if it is okay, then we have this T for transaction. And well, from there, our transaction we want to say is T dot total equals, and then we can say um, total and 1.99 US dollar. Should equals true. Should should equal true. Something like that. Go Shift B to build. And I have a feeling that this is going to be green as well. I have a feeling. It runs deep. I have a feeling it's going to be green. And it's green because I am awesome. All right. So, what just happened? Just happened, Water. Oh, stop. I hit Control S. All right. So that's it. You know, I got phone call in the middle of me recording. These are my tests. Browse beverages and add food to cart. Add beverage to cart. Remove food from cart. Remove beverage from cart. Subtotal checkout. Need I say more? I guess I can add a free test and say browse food. Browse foods. And it'd be food. And I have a feeling that I should just man up and make it foods. Okay, Control Shift B. And water. I got like 8 tests. I got 8 tests. It should update to 8. Or maybe not. Was it always? Yeah. I got 8 tests. And so I have 8 tests that are browse foods is some food ID. Do that one more time. I have green test now. And this is type driven development, followed by test driven development, followed by implementing the imperative shell, which I haven't got to yet, which is the UI and the the actual data gateway. I like it, you know? I like it. Oh, I like it. Okay, so I got this over here. And yeah, that's it. So this is the shopping cart domain. And I think I got the gist of this stuff done. The data gateway is going to be a separate thing. That's separate. I'm not going to worry about it right now. All right. So I'm going to stop broadcast and